Welcome back once again. This is Dear Pastor 3. I'm still speaking to pastors in this window. So we stopped at number 5 in our last session. This is number 6. All right? Man of God, woman of God, God is using me to talk to you. Limit your exposure to phones or other gadgets in the name of counseling people online or making impact online. All right? Number 1, for the sake of your eyes. You see, I'm now wearing glasses. For the sake of your eyes. And then, for the sake of having enough strength to be able to reach the people that you are pastoring physically. We thank God for online. It is lockdown that pushed a lot of people to go online. Something about online. Number 1, I will talk about it when we talk about the issue of projects, church projects is coming. Number 1, going online is expensive because if you're using your phone, you need a good phone. So I'm not using my phone to record, even though my phone is good enough to do a 4K recording. We are using cameras. In this room right now, there are 3 cameras. And those cameras are worth thousands of dollars. Man of God, if you've not reached that level, stop stretching yourself. You know, you post something online and nobody likes it. You get angry. You get depressed. You fight with your wife. What is wrong? The last time I checked, our impact is not determined by how many people that like us. It's determined by how many people we save. We can preach messages and people can watch it and it makes no impact on them. Fine. We can preach a message and somebody receives the message and it changes them. It's still okay. All right? If you are struggling with your eyes, get glasses like me. However, online is not for everybody. Remember, as Africans, there's something we are forgetting. Data is expensive in Africa. Data is expensive. So stop beating up your church members to say, hey, you didn't join the service online. They might not have the money to watch it. I learned this during lockdown. Yes, if you have money, you can invest on online and your message will be spread beyond the borders of your country. You pay for it. Yes. It's not a sin to use gadgets. Are you with me? It's not a sin to use gadgets. All right? And it's not faithlessness to take medication. And it is not failure not to be online. Yes, it's not failure. You're a man of God, you are watching me, and maybe you saying, oh, I want to be online like Pastor Nick. If God has not graced you to do that, it's fine. There are friends of mine that have television sessions. They now have their own television channels. I have not reached that level to have my own television channel. Would I love to want to have my own television channel? Yes, I would love to. But I don't have the money yet. I can't kill myself for that. Learn to operate in ministry at the level God has graced you. Somebody will stand up on the pulpit and sing. People fall on the ground. You stand there and sing. People are looking at you like, what is your problem? It is better that you know what area you are called. Some people will go on the pulpit. Before they open their mouth, people are throwing money. You sweat and command money. When you finish, $2. You want to kill yourself. You need to understand that we function at the dimension of grace that God has given us. Are you with me? It is absolutely important that you understand that. Very important. If you don't have the necessary resources to go online, pastor the people God gave you. Those 20 people you have, pastor them properly. Be the best pastor that you can be to them. And I promise you, God will bless you for that. Do you know that when Jesus released us and gave us the Great Commission, there was no television, there was no social media, there was no this, there was no Facebook, there nothing. People preached the gospel, okay, house to house, all right? They didn't even have their own church building. They were using the temple that belonged to the Pharisees. So if you don't have a camera, you don't have an online following, you don't have a Bible school, you don't have a school of wealth, or you don't have a foundation, Just do what God has enabled you to do in this season of your life. It is very, very important. That takes me to number 7. Do business or businesses, okay? Or pick up jobs that can pay your bills comfortably. My life is at peace today because I never listened to someone that advised me years back to close my businesses and go into full-time ministry. I thank God I didn't listen. Not every advice is of God. I thank God I didn't listen. Full-time ministry is by grace. I want you to know that. Full-time ministry is by grace. Not everybody is called to go into full-time ministry. Paul was a tent maker. Do what you have to do to provide for your family. Do what you have to do to provide for your family. Yes, people will give when they want and not give when they don't want. We can't kill them. If you have people who can partner with you, please hear me. This issue of partnership works better in Europe and America. Here in Africa, somehow, somewhere, some people think that you want to steal from them. But there are pastors in Africa that have done very well with partnership. It has not worked for me. That's the truth. So if people can partner with you with unwavering commitment, then go ahead into full-time ministry. You are rest assured that there are people behind you that will always provide for your needs. If you can't find people like that to partner with you, please swallow your pride, man of God. Woman of God, swallow your pride and go and get a job. And that is why it is absolutely necessary that you educate yourself. Learn a skill or a trade. Jesus was a carpenter. He was not ashamed to be called a carpenter. All right? He was not ashamed. Go and sharpen your skill. Send your wife to go back to school. You go back and learn something. You can be a plumber and still be a pastor. You can be a mechanic and be a pastor. When I started a ministry, I was running a workshop. I would go to work in the morning with my wife, and in the evening we go for evening service. It doesn't change what God has placed on you. That is one thing you need to understand. Okay? Swallow your pride and find something to do. Find something for your wife to do. Now, hear me correctly. Nobody will respect your anointing if you are always borrowing money. Write that down. Nobody will respect your anointing if you are always borrowing money. You're always borrowing money. You're always asking for help. You understand? Don't look down on the people that have dedicated their lives to say that they will work and preach the gospel. There is nothing wrong with them. If God has graced you to be able to preach the gospel without doing any other thing, it's okay. Listen. Respect King Solomon with all his wisdom, all his anointing. King Solomon advised us that money answereth all things. Respect that. If you don't have money, you have a problem. Your family sustenance is too important to depend on something so emotionally unreliable and unstable like tithe, offering, and seed. Let me say that again. Your family sustenance is so important. It is so important to depend on something as emotionally unstable like tithes, offering, and seed. Some days you come to church, one person God has blessed will drop money in the offering basket that will cover everything that all your members give. So some days you finish church, you open the offering box, there is something good there. Some days you open it, there is nothing. Don't get angry. Offering is emotional. And that is why you should not have one source of income. Don't have one source of income. Your wife should do something. Your husband should do something. And the women, stop sitting at home bragging and saying, I'm praying. I am Mother General. I am the mommy of the house. My friend, humble yourself and go and do something and feed your family. Send your children to good schools. Live a life that is comfortable. Stop waiting for people to feed you. If the money comes in, it's fine. If it doesn't come, you don't die of hunger. Is that okay? Let's pause here. I'll see you on the next point.
The Empowerment Ministries presents a life-changing event. 3 Nights of Prosperity with Pastor Nick Ohizu from the 24th to the 26th of November 2021 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Admission is absolutely free. You can book your seat on 0772 304 917 or 0735 532 194. The Empowerment Ministries, changing lives, blessing people.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you have been blessed by this message. You are welcome to fellowship with us at the Empowerment Center in Granite-side, Harare. For more information, contact us on the details currently showing on your screen. God bless you.